Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, I'm Mong, and don't forget to join the fam and subscribe. Today we are going to be doing a video talking about all of the brand new products. Dun -dun! So I've got a bunch of brand new products. Some of them are new to the market, some of them are just new to my collection that I haven't really got a chance to try out myself. So today I just thought I would do a full face of first impressions. Some of the items I've tried before, but I've only used it for like once or twice. So today I just wanted to give you guys a more like in-depth review. Let me know if you like this type of videos, and let's get started. As for base makeup, Marc Jacobs recently came out with a undercover blurring coconut face primer. So it comes in a cute matte tube. I love Marc Jacobs packaging. They always nail their packaging, and it's actually a silicone primer. I'm gonna just apply it on one side of my face. It feels very silicone-y as of now. If you guys don't like the silicone kind of texture, I think the other coconut face primer is better because that one is a lot more like hydrating. But for this, I think the main point of it is to kind of fill in the pores and give you that very poreless look. But as of now, I can see that this primer is mostly for people with oily skin because it kind of gives a matte texture. So I'm just gonna apply it on my pores. Okay, for foundation, I am gonna be trying out the DIOR Backstage Face and Body Foundation. Today is like my third time using it, but the first few times I gotta say I don't really love it because it streaks quite a bit, but the foundation coverage is pretty good. So today let's try it with this primer and see how it works. For my sponge, I'm gonna be using the ANTIOXIDANT Cosmetics Velvet Blender. I tried it for the first time yesterday actually, and I do see why people like it. It actually doubles in size when it's wet and damp. As for the coverage and as for the finish, it gives a very flawless finish. So if you are the kind of girl that likes a very natural or dewy skin-like finish, this one might not be the best sponge to use. I still prefer a beauty blender when I want to go for that kind of look, but on days where I don't mind a matte, fuller coverage finish, when I don't want to use too much foundation and I want to blend my foundation quickly, then this is pretty good to use. So my DIOR Backstage foundation is sitting quite well over the Marc Jacobs primer and also with this sponge. I gotta say, it's pretty matte. I don't know if it's the sponge or the combination of all three products together, but it's looking quite matte on my skin. And now for concealer, I am trying out the REVLON PHOTOREADY Candid Antioxidant Concealer. Oh, it's actually a it's actually a doe foot applicator. It does feel a little bit drying on the skin, so let's give this a go. I do like the applicator though. It's very soft and it's quite large. Like the shape actually covers quite a bit of the surface area of my skin. Let me first try it with the blender. This one definitely is for people with oily skin because the concealer is pretty drying. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing because it really depends on like your skin type, but for me, I have extremely dry skin, or maybe on days where I'm using a more hydrating base. It looks quite cakey actually. Oh no. Okay, with fingers it's slightly better, it's less drying compared to using my velvet sponge. I do quite like the texture of it. It's pretty creamy and easy to blend. It's also pretty full coverage, so if you have like very bad dark eye circles or with blemishes, I think this concealer can cover it quite well. I guess the takeaway of this video is to not try all new products and put it on your face at one go, because when something goes wrong, you don't know which one is the product that is going wrong, because as of now, I don't know if it's the primer, the foundation, or the sponge, but I'm trying to make it work and I'm determined to make it work. Now let's move in with powder. I'm using the same Revlon PHOTOREADY Candid Anti-Pollution Setting Powder. And I'm now gonna set like my under eye. It's very soft, it's quite fine, and it gets rid of the shine quite well. Not bad, Revlon. I do quite like this Candid range. I don't have any new brow products, so I'm just gonna do my brows right now. Okay, so now I'm back, and now let's target the eyes. For my eyes, I'm gonna be using these palettes. Ta-da! So these are the Pony collaboration with Etude House, and they are the Play Color Eye Palettes. So let's unbox this together. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, she's like the most gorgeous person ever. So there are two eyeshadow palettes. The first one is called Rose Bomb, that looks like this. And the second one is called Best Love. From the packaging, you can't tell that it's a Pony collaboration, but this is Rose Bomb and this is Best Love. Best Love is slightly more chic and the colors are a little bit more like out there and more like night out kind of colors. I think this one looks very similar to the Huda Beauty palette, like a part of the Huda Beauty palette actually. So I personally never owned the Huda Beauty palettes before, but right off the bat, they do look like the Huda Beauty palette. But of course, these are like half the price, so let's get swatching. So there are 15 shades in here, mostly pinks, and you do have some browns and plums to, you know, spice the palette up together. They're not as pigmented as I thought they were, but honestly, I don't mind it. And especially for beginners, I don't recommend very pigmented shadows anyway. After all, they're quite affordable, they're considered drugstore. Now let's go in with Best Loved. Okay, so for Best Love, I feel that it's a lot more versatile. You have a lot more colors to play with, but most of the time it's mostly a reddish brown bronzy kind of color palette. Overall, I do quite like the colors and the color combination. It all looks very nice and cohesive together. I'm gonna try my best to use both palettes as much as I can on this eye look today. So let's get started. Okay, so for my base, I think I will go in with this shade over here and apply it all across my eyes. I love the color, it's actually very beautiful. Very easy to blend as well. And now I'm gonna go in with this shade over here. I think these two colors actually go very well together. From the Best Love palette, I'm gonna go in with this shimmery coral shade over here. Let's see how it looks like if I apply it right in the center of the eyelids. I'm also gonna try and take this shade over here. This is a pearly, a little bit lavender-ish color. Okay, next I'm gonna take this plum shade to kind of draw like a wing eyeliner with it. Okay, eyeshadow is done. Overall, I actually do really like the two palettes. I think they are very nice and the colors are very well thought of. Easy to blend, very easy to use. So now I'm gonna go in with eyeliner and mascara and I'll be back. Okay, and I'm back with my eyelashes and eyeliner. I just applied some brown gel liner and lashes. And that's it. So now let's move on to blush. For blush, this time I'm trying the Mimi Heart Stamp Blusher. I'm sure all of you guys have seen this already. It has like the very cute little stamp blusher, but I've actually never tried it on my face, so let's see how it goes. It's so cute! Okay, I'm just gonna... I don't know if it's a wise idea to just use this to blend it Oh no, I feel like I'm stamping more product on my face. So I'm gonna just take my sponge and dab it down to clean up like the sides a little bit. This blusher, you definitely need to, you know, take some practice. I'm gonna try it again. So when you use your fingers, you can actually control it a lot better compared to using the sponge. So don't use the sponge to blend, guys. So it actually looks quite obvious in person, but over on the camera, I don't know why it's not picking up that well. But it's okay because right now, let's move on to another cheek palette. So I've got a Estee Lauder Au Naturel Face and Eye palette. Over here we have some blushes and some highlight, which I'm gonna try and use. So today I'm gonna use this blush over here. I really like how nice like the colors are picked out in this palette. I feel like they're all very, very complementary, and I love it when a blush palette kind of gives me so many different blush options. I'm gonna try and use this like kind of brownish shade over here on the outside a little bit. And now let's go in with the highlighting shade. So I'm taking the third shade over here. Just highlight. Ooh, okay, it's slightly bronzy. I didn't know that. The highlight is actually pretty subtle. Quite a nice, like natural looking palette. But I'm sure you can actually amp it up quite a bit if you want to apply a little bit more. I also like it that there are 4 different shades of highlights and 4 different shades of blush in this palette. That way you can just use it for any occasion and any look. And the packaging has a very nice, very luxurious cloth-like texture on the outside. So I like it. Now I'm gonna go in with contour. I don't have any new contours, so I'm gonna use my Hoola bronzer as usual. Last but not least, let's move on with the lips. I've got the Estee Lauder by Violet Pure Color MV Paint on Liquid Lipstick as well. It's like frosted on the outside with a gold cap. I've got very dry lips, so fingers crossed. I gotta say the color is very beautiful. It's very opaque as well. It's a kind of nude that doesn't make you look too washed out. It's quite a nice everyday nude. I love the texture. It's pretty wet when you first apply it, but very soon it will start to settle in and it's not actually giving my lips any form of like tingling sensation or anything. As you guys know, I've got eczema on my lips, so it's also not sticky. In fact, it feels like there's a little powder finish on my lips right now. It's very nice. I gotta say, this is one of the best nude liquid lipsticks ever. I really like it. I thought I would squeeze in another lipstick. This is the I'm Mimi TikTok Tint Lip Cashmere, and this is in the shade 05. It's a quickie pen kind of thing. Just a slight hint of pink on my nude lip. I do feel that these two go quite well together because the textures are very similar. I really love the I'm Mimi Cashmere lips as well. I feel that they are very comfortable on the lips, and the colors in the entire range are just super suitable for Asian skin tones. Another favorite color of mine is 08 if you are interested to check out. So this is the final look. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and join the fam. Turn on the bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!